The attempt to end my husband's life was a horrible, distressing experience. Now, the silence around it feels heavy. I can't help but wonder, why didn't law enforcement officials arrest the shooter before the speech? There is definitely more to this story, and we need to uncover the truth.
Okay, all right. Look, the assassination attempt on Donald Trump was serious, but that cutaway to a weird blank book with
Melania.
No,
that's her book. She's promoting.
No, I know she came out with a book, but it's a weird, like the whole thing is weird. It's weird to promote your book while you're talking about the assassination attempt on your husband. It's weird.
Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it. Bunch of weirdos, wackos, loons. So you're gonna sell a book by pretending there's a deep state conspiracy against your husband. That's a super serious charge. You don't just throw that around. Oh, I think the US government might be trying to murder a former president. That's not a little charge. That's a gigantic charge. And remember guys, for us that live in the rational world, we know Melania's a dumbass, and she's greedy and married Trump for money and hates him, bats him away at every opportunity in public, won't be seen in public with him, despises her own husband, is just thinking, how do I make more money off of this?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good point. I mean, we haven't seen her at all. She wants nothing to do with his campaigning. She's made that very clear. And she came out of nowhere to release. I mean, look, after the assassination attempt, she did release a statement. It was actually a really good. Hold on, let me finish my point.
Sorry.
She released a statement. It was a good statement. I actually commended her for that statement because I thought it was classy, it was well done, and it focused on unity. I'll read it to you in just a second. But then she went into hiding again, and now she's back out. She's like, oh wait, I have a book that I'm trying to sell. So let me push a conspiracy theory, say something provocative about the assassination attempt on my husband, and then do a transition to an image of the book that I'm trying to sell. How do people not see how insane that is? That is crazy.
And look, there's so many sad things in there because the people who put that together for her probably told her, remember, our viewers and the people who would buy your book are really ignorant. They'll believe anything. So we'll do some music in the background, and then you imply that the deep state was trying to murder him and the Democrats were trying to murder him. That'll rile up millions of people, and some of them might even do violence and actually hurt people. But who cares? We're trying to move books here, right? Oh, do you actually care about your husband? No, nobody cares, right? So let's just do this total lie, ridiculous conspiracy theory because we might make an extra couple of bucks. And Melania's like, well, that's why I got into this in the first place. So yeah, where do I sign up? So she's a kook, and so I don't want to hear anybody. Look, guys, we've been around 22 years. So you can go back and see the receipts. I defended Laura Bush. You know why? Because she didn't do anything wrong. She wasn't political. People were talking about some accident she got into and calling her a murderer. I was like, no. It was an accident. She's never gone into politics. She doesn't do anything with her husband or Dick Cheney or anything. I hate George W. Bush and Dick Cheney. Laura Bush has nothing to do with it. But Melania, every time she gets into any political issue, what was that jacket about? I don't really care when going to see kids, where she was pretending to care. That's basically rubbing your face in it. I don't care about any of you lower class people. I'm married for money and fame, and that's what I want. And now she comes out, riles up millions of people into believing nonsense because she thinks she can make an extra buck out of it. That's who she is. She's a person of no moral character at all. So I'm not interested in any defense of Melania Trump. And I know how, hey, and by the way, to Trump fans, you're not dating her. Because I've had interactions with them where they get so emotional, like, oh, beloved Queen Melania. Okay, yeah, she's not going out with you, get over it, okay? She's not even going out with Donald Trump.
I don't think most people think about her at all, to be honest with you. But again, she's showing who she really is here. I can't imagine exploiting something horrible that happened to my husband in order to spread a conspiracy theory and promote my book. But here's what she said after the assassination attempt, which I thought was a good statement. She said, America, the fabric of our gentle nation is tattered, but our courage and common sense must ascend and bring us back together as one. I am grateful to the brave Secret Service agents and law enforcement officials who risked their own lives to protect my husband. And let us remember that when the time comes to look beyond the left and the right, beyond the red and the blue, we all come from families with a passion or with the passion to fight for a better life together while we are here in this earthly realm.
She did not write that, but she put it out. And I give her credit for putting it out. The earthly realm and the fabric of our gentle nation is tattered. She doesn't speak like that at all. Doesn't even know half those words. That's okay. She put out a good statement and I appreciate it. But now she's totally washed that away. Because before she's like brave Secret Service agents. Now she's like, the cops and the Secret Service. Why didn't they stop them, huh? I wonder what they were up to. Give me books, give me book sales, give me money, give me money. There's a word for that.
And look, Melania isn't the only one on the right or even in the Trump family that has implied that there's something far more nefarious at play. Here's another example.
The weeks since the assassination attempt, there's been a disturbing pattern from the Trump campaign that you probably haven't heard about.
Couldn't beat him politically, so they tried to bankrupt him. They failed at that, so they tried to impeach him. They failed at that, so they tried to put him in prison. They even tried to kill him.
He and his allies have been spreading the lie that Democrats are to blame for the shooting.
And they tried to kill him.
They tried to kill him.
Conspiracy theories have been running wild, both on the left and the right. But on the right, this isn't just about obscure trolls online. This is coming from the vice presidential nominee, members of Congress, and Trump's sons, who are media regulars.
They're trying to jail their political opponents. They're now trying to kill him.
I said that the Democrats would stop at absolutely nothing. And I've said on this show before, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried something even worse, alluding to exactly what happened.
They've done everything possible to try and get him and kill him.
Vance has also falsely claimed that Democratic warnings about Trump being a threat to democracy led directly to the shooting. And Trump, who has shared a conspiracy theory online targeting the FBI, has also made that claim.
Remember the words they use? They are a threat. I think I got shot because of that.
Now, what are the facts? The investigations into the shooter, Thomas Crooks, has failed to find a motive for the shooting, but they did find that he was also searching for Joe Biden, the DNC, along with the RNC. Crooks was a registered Republican voter. He also, again, conducted 60 and more searches related to Biden, Trump, the RNC, and the DNC. And according to FBI Pittsburgh Field Office Special Agent in Charge Kevin Rojek, he looked at any number of events or targets. When the Trump rally was announced early in July, he became hyper-focused on that specific event and looked at it as a target of opportunity. But people are going to believe the conspiracy theories. I'm glad that they mentioned that there are some conspiracy theories on the left as well. You know, you'll oftentimes hear it with Joy Reid on MSNBC, but there are also conspiracy theories on the right, as you're hearing about right now. So take a look at this poll conducted by YouGov back in July, and it shows that 1/3 of Americans actually agree that the assassination attempt on Donald Trump was part of a broader plot or conspiracy.
So again, this is why the Republicans are unacceptable. They are serial liars. They do it on purpose. And what they do is they drive hatred in the country. Oh, the other side's trying to kill us. You better do something. The other side's trying to murder us. You better do something. And then when their guys do something, like their deranged fan went in and hit Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer, then they laugh about it and go, I bet he was his gay lover. And then they send that in lunatic conspiracy theory out. And guys, if you keep believing lunatic conspiracy theories and you keep spreading hatred and lies, don't be surprised that Americans are not rushing over to come be on your side. Like if they just stuck with like normal Republican issues like crime and immigration, in the reality they would win in a landslide at this particular juncture in American politics. If they went for change, oh my God, if they did one stupid thing that they promised. Like if they did one thing for the average American, instead of corporate tax cuts, okay, they would win so easily, but they can't help themselves. So they're gonna spread these lies on purpose, try to get all of us to hate each other and to attack one another and then take advantage of that. They disgust me.
All right, and final thing I'll get into is the interview that Olivia Nuzzi did with Trump, because he was specifically asked if he wondered why he was spared that day rather than the firefighter who was tragically shot and killed. And here's what Trump had to say about it. No, I haven't wondered why. I should wonder why. I've been working very hard on the campaign, and I also run a business during the time that I'm here. I've never asked myself that. I never thought of it. I don't like thinking about it too much because it's almost like you have to get on with your life. So I don't really like thinking about that too much. But he also bragged about giving his widow, the victim's widow, $1 million. In the context of that same interview, he tells Nuzzi, quote, I already gave the wife $1 million and she was great. I mean, look, she couldn't believe it, but she would rather have her husband. The check, he said for the second time now, was for $1 million. I don't care how successful, it's a check for $1 million, he said. And I gave it to her, she couldn't believe it.
So there's nothing wrong with the first part of the statement where he says he doesn't like to think about the shooting. If you got shot at, you wouldn't like to think about it either.
Right.
And so I have sympathy for him getting shot at completely. And as you might have seen, I thought he acted bravely on that day. But now you're gonna go brag about how you gave the wife $1 million. So you don't even remember her name. I gave the wife $1 million. I know, you're such a great guy. By the way, if it was true that you have 10 billion, like wow, like $1 million to you would be like a nickel. Of course, you don't have that kind of money. Anyways, look guys, the thing is, if Trump had just left well enough alone without going to conspiracy theories and all of his guys and all of his goons, etc., he would and should have sympathy for getting shot at. That was a hell of a thing, right? And then he came out and put his hand up and and said fight, fight, fight. It was an amazing moment for him. But here they are just flushing it down the drain with their usual tactics of lies, bragging about weirdo things, and of course, conspiracy theories. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.